worst thing your daughter told her teacher about you? Y'all, I thought I was safe. I thought what happens at home stays at home. But my daughter Juniper, 7 years old, apparently thinks her second grade classroom is a confessional and her teacher is Oprah. This child has been spilling family tea like she's getting paid per secret. It started innocently. Her teacher mentioned at pickup that Juniper was very creative during sharing time. I smiled. Proud mom moment, right? Then she adds, she tells the most interesting stories about your home life. My stomach dropped. What kind of stories? I asked, trying to sound casual. The teacher just smiled that teacher smile that means, girl, your business is all over room 204. The first bomb drops during parent-teacher conference. Mrs. Hendricks pulls out Juniper's journal, and there's a drawing of me with devil horns holding wine bottles in both hands with the caption, Mommy's special grape juice makes her dance funny. I wanted to evaporate, just turn into mist and float away. It's occasional wine, very occasional, I stammered. Mrs. Hendricks nods with this knowing look. Juniper also mentioned you have names for it. Mommy's calm down juice, survival syrup, kill me. Just kill me right there in that tiny plastic chair. But it got worse. Apparently during a lesson on healthy eating, Juniper raised her hand and announced, my mom says vegetables are a scam invented by farmers, but we have to eat them anyway so we don't die. The entire class was learning about nutrition pyramids, and my child is out here calling produce a conspiracy theory. The teacher had to spend 20 minutes explaining that vegetables are, in fact, not a scam. Then came the morning Juniper decided to share our morning routine with the class. She told them, and I quote from the teacher's email, Mommy wakes up looking like a scary monster, drinks black coffee while making growling sounds, and doesn't become human until after she's checked her phone in the bathroom for 20 minutes. She even acted it out, complete with zombie walk and growling sounds. The other kids were apparently terrified. One kid asked if I was okay, another asked if I needed a doctor. But wait, there's more. During career week, when kids were talking about what their parents do, Juniper says, my mom pretends to work on her computer, but really she's shopping for stuff we don't need and watching videos of people falling down. She told them I have a secret folder called Stupid Stuff to Buy When Rich, and that I once spent an entire work meeting with my camera off eating chips in my closet. That one's actually true, but she didn't need to broadcast it. The worst was when they were discussing families. Juniper shares, my mom and dad don't sleep in the same room because daddy sounds like a broken motorcycle when he sleeps, and mommy says she'd rather sleep with the dog because at least he doesn't steal the blankets. Then she added, they're not divorced though. Mommy says they're just preserving their marriage through strategic separation. The teacher had to send a delicate email asking if everything was okay at home. I had to explain that yes, we're fine, we just have different sleep needs and a very observant child with no filter. Then there was the talent show incident. Juniper signed up to do impressions. I thought she'd do cartoon characters or something. Nope, she did impressions of me. This is my mom on the phone with customer service. She proceeded to act out me getting increasingly frustrated, ending with, let me speak to someone who actually has a brain cell. The audience laughed. I wanted to relocate to another country. This is my mom trying to park. She pretended to drive, making frustrated noises, yelling at imaginary cars, and ending with, forget it, we're walking. Even the principal was laughing. She finished with, this is my mom finding out I told my teacher stuff. She stood there with her hands on her hips, mouth open, frozen in shock. Then she said, and that's probably how she looks right now. The whole auditorium turned to look at me. She was right. That's exactly how I looked. The final straw was last week. The teacher sends home a note saying Juniper had been very helpful in explaining adult concepts to her classmates. Apparently, when another kid asked where babies come from, Juniper announced, my mom says they come from when adults make bad decisions after too much wine. Then she added, but sometimes they come from planning and stuff too. My mom says I was a happy accident, which means they wanted a baby, but not on a Tuesday. A Tuesday. She remembered that I mentioned being in labor on a Tuesday and somehow turned it into family lore. I sat her down that night. Juniper, sweetie, we need to talk about what's appropriate to share at school. She looked at me innocently. But Mrs. Hendricks says sharing is caring. Not this kind of sharing. She thought about it. So I should lie? No, just maybe share less details? She nodded seriously. Okay, mommy. The next day, her teacher emails me. Juniper announced to the class that she's not allowed to tell the truth about home anymore because it makes you uncomfortable. I give up. I'm homeschooling, or moving, or joining witness protection, because this child has made me the most famous mom at that school, and not in a good way. Last week, another mom approached me at pickup and said, you're Juniper's mom, right? My daughter wants to come to your house because Juniper says you have cheese for dinner sometimes, and breakfast for dinner all the time. At least that one makes me sound fun. Small victories, I guess.